it's not.
Mixed up, but Renee does this other thing where we do shitty first drafting. But
Shitty first drafting is fantastic.
Shitty first drafting?
Yeah, it's like, so if you're going through something or you're like angry about something or whatever, you just start writing it out, and anything that comes out is like, okay, and then do whatever with it.
So different than automatic writing in the sense that you could channel something from...
Exactly.
But a way to get it out.
Yeah. That's the idea with the neurographic art too, is it's more meant for like something that you're going through and helping you process that one thing that you're going through. So you think about it while you're doing it. And you just kind of move through it.
Right.
I don't know how else to describe it.
It brings your subconscious online.
Right.
Yeah, like I find just sitting and writing calms me so much. Yeah, it does. Like that's what I was doing before you guys got here.
Yeah.
I'm just writing about nothing.
Yeah.
Just writing.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't, like, writing has kind of taken a back seat for me in the last little bit. It's been more about, I don't know, maybe that access to the subconscious, and I'm so in my brain all the time with work.
What's your astrological sign?
Sagittarius.
Okay, is that air? I don't know.
No, it's fire.
It's fire. Okay. Do you know what I just learned though? Is that there's the moon sign and the rising sign.
Yes.
And those are like, actually, I just paid a girl $400 fucking to do my astrology. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to talk to her on Wednesday, but I haven't heard from her about the astrology. So hopefully soon. But so she'll tell me more about what I am. But the rising sign is really interesting to me because that's the one that's not Gemini, that if I look at anything online or those that resonates way more.
So it's like
and that's a water sign.
Okay.
And I'm Gemini sun, which is air.
Okay.
So water's really emotional.
Yeah.
And my other two signs, as far as I know, are water.
Interesting.
With the air.
Interesting.
I'll find out though.
That's so cool. I don't know like anything about astrology. All I know is I'm Sagittarius and it's fire.
Yeah, I don't know a lot lot about it either. I think that's why I hired her, right? Is to say
something new.
Yeah, like tell me what to do with myself.
Yeah.
Who I am. Who am I?
Totally. I think that's so true though. Like, I mean, I've done Myers-Briggs, I've done the Enneagram.
What's Myers-Briggs?
It's like the INFJ, it's like the 4 letters. So it's a personality test.
Oh.
It's fun.
Oh.
Yeah, that one helped me a lot.
Okay.
Just understand more about who I am, and then the Enneagram was.
Who are you?
Exactly. Fire.
Fire.
I don't know. That's like that is the question of my life.
Yeah.
For sure. The who am I?
Yeah.
That's been the identity has been the biggest, I think. I don't know if it's stumbling block or like thing I've searched for most is like, who am I? Yeah.
What have you discovered lately?
I think I've discovered integration of all of the me's. There's something I remember you saying in a yoga class once about all of these selves we kind of leave behind and kind of calling them back. And I think I've been doing that since I heard you say that. I think it was a couple of years ago. And just kind of bringing myself back into myself. Like, I think in a number of ways I've left myself behind and tried to be someone here and tried to be someone here and tried to be someone here. And there's been this fracturing the whole way. And so trying to bring myself back into myself and learn, 1, why did I do that? And 2, how do I integrate all of these pieces of me into who I am now? More of an understanding of who I am instead of trying to be someone, I guess.
Do you feel more at peace since doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think, I mean, my biggest things have been related to being gay and Christian, for sure. and the division of those two things. So at one point in my life, being very unsure of both, choosing Christianity over sexuality, and then choosing sexuality over Christianity. And I think having those two things constantly separated was like having two parts of myself all the time. You know, so I would show up in certain places like this, and I would show up in certain places like this, and never shall the two meet. And in the last couple of years, that's been, I think, the work of just trying to mesh two things that are, I mean, really in the mind quite opposed, at least in my mind, right? My theology, my ideology, all of those things were very anti-gay, right? I mean, and then that knowing that you are. So there was a constant division of self. So then trying to bring that self into one being has been quite painful, and I don't know if disturbing is the right way, but psychologically very chaotic is the word. Yeah, just trying to figure out how to be at peace with both things. I think when you grow up in a way that knows that if you choose to honor yourself, you will burn forever. Like, that's a very real,
like from the Christian side.
Yeah.
Right.
Like a very real fear. So then you also have a family who is very much supporting that view of people that will burn. And that's like, there's no fear like that. And I think as a kid, you start thinking about being separated from your family as well. And that carried a massive weight. And, you know, it was almost like, okay, well, maybe I will, but being separated from them for the rest of eternity is not something my brain could wrap its head around. So then you put that part of yourself away and don't look at it for a decade. And then you're forced to look at it and feeling like God is the one who helped me look at it was quite impossible to explain to religious people. But the knowing that I had from whatever I had experienced of God in my younger years, just very supernatural experiences. I remember driving once, and this was closer to the end of my marriage to Doug, and I was struggling with feeling like I was doing the wrong thing, and like, how could this possibly be something that like you would see as a good thing, you know? Like, my idea of God was like, well, it's marriage and you're in it forever, and like it's heterosexual and all of these things, and it was just like racking my brain. And I was driving out in the country, and I ended up behind this car, and the license plate said, "I marry you."
I marry you?
I marry you. And I was like, that can't possibly be real. I took a picture of it to make sure. And it was just like this moment of like God or whatever being like, I am the one who sees you. I have you. And I think I've just had so many of those experiences in my life where I have a knowing that whatever all of this is grounded in love. And for me, a lot of that grounding in love had to be loving myself at some point. And that to love everybody else was very self-damaging. So that was a big moment. And then from there, meeting Brett and falling in love with myself while falling in love with another. It's healing. It's just healing to have someone see you and say you're okay as you are. So yeah, that's the journey of coming to myself has been, yeah, very confusing. And like I said, it's very hard to like say any of this to a religious person, right? Because it's like, well, the Bible says this and that's not who God is. And so you have these people telling you who God is all the time instead of trusting your own knowing of what and who God is, which, foundation of love. So yeah, I don't know, that's a long-winded.
But it's like that's how you felt too, falling in love with Brett and yourself and discovering all this is God. Because he is everywhere.
Yeah.
And in everything.
And in everything.
So how could he condemn? It doesn't make sense to me. That's the one thing with religion I've never understood.
Yeah.
That my mom was like, always said to us, I told you my mom grew up Mormon and stuff like that, and not at all now, but is that doesn't make any sense to me. There is no
condemnation.
No.
Yeah.
No, we just condemn ourselves.
Yeah.
So we are the devil.
Yes.
We take ourselves to hell with our thoughts, and we're the only ones that put ourselves there. But heaven's always here.
Always.
Yeah.
And like you think about just what you said, the way that the devil is described in the Bible is the accuser. And that makes sense to me. Like, who is accusing? Is it some like being out there, or is it our own mind?
So the devil's the accuser? Like, what do you mean? Like,
that would be like the description in some of like the translation would be the accuser. We use the devil almost like as a blanket statement, but the translation would be accuser.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so once I kind of learned all of that, I went through 3 years of, I think it was 3 years, of really digging into what hell was. And I went to fundamental Christianity views. I went to Jewish views. I went to other world views of what hell is described at, and I kind of came back with this, there is no condemnation. Like when I went to the fundamental Christian side, it was it didn't align with who I knew God was, as in love. Well, how can love, as a parent, you kind of look at it and go like, I would never keep my kid in a place that is full of torment. It doesn't make sense to me. And I went like, if I am a child of God, if you are a child of God, then how possibly would you send anyone permanently out of your sight? Like, we can't possibly be out of your sight. You're everywhere. It doesn't make sense. So then the only logical place for me to go is that this is all in my mind. And I am the only one who can kind of get me out of here. And then you take in some of those like signs and things that I would get, you know, like that license plate, for example, right? Like, what is that?
That's crazy.
What is that? That's like, I mean, it's just so, it's so profound, so unexpected and not manifested. Do you know what I mean? It's just a gift.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
And it's usually stuff like that happens when we become very vulnerable and
Yes.
we're sort of being shook.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, feel very fragile. Yeah.
Searching.
Exactly.
Like, it's not accepting that,
like you were having that moment in the car and God's like, oh,
yeah, here you go.
Just look.
Just look.
I'm everywhere.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. I've got you. Yeah. And there's just been so many times in my life that I've had that experience. So I think having that internal knowing, that's beyond my mind. You know, it's beyond my knowledge. It's a knowing. That's the only thing, is just, this is truth.
Yeah.
This is truth and there's nothing else. So then being able to move forward in some sort of confidence is, yeah, I guess where it left me.
And I was talking with somebody about the difference between beliefs and truths. And when something is the truth, like that is God, that's when it becomes very unwavering.
Totally.
That's why when somebody says something to you, they can have their own opinion and you're not trying to get your truth over their truth, because that's not what happens with truth. Beliefs do that.
Yes.
They rear their ugly heads and try to get a leg up.
Yeah.
Because they're semi-conscious, like, you know, they're not vibrating at that, for lack of better wording, high level like the truth is.
Yeah. Yeah. You know? Belief is fickle.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it.
Yeah. It's constantly shifting. You're constantly learning new things. You know, I think that's what I mean, is like where I've landed in my identity is, it's not grounded in belief anymore. It's grounded in truth. I know that I'm loved for all of me. I think for the first time in, I mean, it took 44 years.
It's your champagne birthday this year. That's what they call it when the numbers.
Oh, is it?
Up. Yeah, it's your champagne birthday.
That's funny. It's also it's always been a really big one for me. I always kind of like thought 44 was going to be quite significant.
So did I when I was it.
Yeah. Well, in Hebrew, the number 4 is Dalet, and it means an open door.
So double doors open.
Doors, yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
I love
that stuff. So.
Oh, I love that. Me too.
Yeah, it's just like, what does this number mean?
Right? You're like, this is gonna be the best birthday ever.
It didn't start that way.
But you do seem like more of an open door this year.
Yeah.
Than last year.
Yeah,
like
I don't
you
feel
do
so
seem
close.
more centered.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, in your truth.
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm not searching for an answer or grounding.
Yeah.
I think I have it in a different way. Yeah, it's really hard to kind of pinpoint where that happened, but this year has been pretty, there's been a lot of open doors, I guess. It didn't start that way, though. It was definitely like, it got hit with my dad getting sick.
Yeah.
And my son moving out, and it was like, what is happening? Like, all of this is bad. And my dad sent me a message after Father's Day. I haven't had a chance to tell you the story yet. But yeah, I had said in my card to him on Father's Day kind of what I just said to you. Like, you know, me and my dad had a pretty tumultuous relationship growing up. And I said to him, kind of where I've landed is, I hold nothing but love for you. And I truthfully mean that. I hold nothing but love for him after, you know, I mean, I came back. I came out of the closet when I was in my 20s, had a conversation with him, was a very, what's the word? Difficult conversation in which I kind of had to choose, basically, my family or my feelings, as I guess he would have put it, right? It's like, this is a choice, and you can choose your feelings, or you can choose us. And technical difficulties.
Right? Aries, you're going to have to move over, because he does attack me if I bump him.
You disturbed me.
Yeah. I'll kill you. But yeah, so before my phone cut off and you were saying your dad said to you that you have to choose between your feelings.
Yeah.
Right?
And my family.
And
so you kind of go back to my whole fear as a kid of I'm going to be eternally cut off from my family. And so you're touching on, like, okay, so I'm in my 20s, I'm older, fine. But you're still touching on such a basic human need, which is connection. And at that point, I mean, your family, like, even still, is so unbelievably important, you know, to have those people that know you, which they didn't, in the end, really know me. I wasn't very open about my journey, didn't feel safe enough to be. Anyway. So
well, and they showed you that too by saying,
yeah, basically, like, this is not a thing. Yeah, I remember coming home when I was like in my teens, and I was in the punk rock scene, and I had patches everywhere, and I had one that said "Fight Homophobia," and I mean, my dad just went up one side and down the other about it, and was just like, "Why would you fight something that's like, you know, in the Bible? We know this is wrong," and yada yada. It was like, wow, okay. You made it very clear what was acceptable and what wasn't, and this wasn't. And when I came out to him, it wasn't. And, you know, I mean, I very quickly went back in the closet and met a guy and married him and had 3 kids. And anyway, I mean, it was tumultuous. And, yeah, I put that part of me away. For the next decade. But when I said to my dad, like, there's nothing that I hold anymore other than love for you. It was through, I mean, it's been 20 years since I came out the first time. And 20 years of, like, animosity towards him. You know, like, just feeling so much of, like, you stole a lot from me. And the work of getting to a place in myself that I no longer held that didn't come from healing with him. It came from healing in myself and finding forgiveness and really understanding why he knew so little about me too. You know, and going, yeah, there was things along the way that, you know, I didn't share, or I didn't speak, you know, I didn't give him the opportunity in one way, didn't feel safe enough to give him the opportunity in more ways. But I mean, really coming to that place of forgiveness, of myself and of him, and just kind of going, everybody was doing the best that they could with the information they had at the time. And so I wrote that to him, and he texted me this really beautiful long message that was, I think, probably the closest to an apology that I'll ever get. But it just said, like, yeah, I mean, to hear him say he was proud of me was a pretty big moment for me. I think I've never really felt, especially going through the divorce and everything like that, I felt a lot of shame and disappointment, and yeah, hearing from him at a time when I didn't need to hear it from him. It was a very weird experience. I'm still trying to make sense of it, you know?
But that's why they always say as soon as you let go,
Yeah.
That's when, you know, everything comes your way.
Yeah. So you take it back to 44 and this open door.
Yes. Yeah.
I let go
Mm-hmm.
of this need for approval from him and a relationship that I had hoped for with him.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, since we've had dinner and had this really long, beautiful dinner together, and I don't know, it's just like, so yes, it started with bad news and has, I don't know, come to this really beautiful place where we both kind of just looked at each other and went like, I love you. In the end, that's it. I just love you. And so I feel really grateful.
Yeah.
I mean, I think about so many people that don't get that and are left with regret or things unsaid or whatnot. Like, I mean, he's dying. And I don't know. I feel at peace with where things are with, I think, probably the one person in my life that there was such a lack of peace around. So, yeah.
Yeah. Where it wasn't safe to feel your feelings.
Never. Never. Now it is. The acceptance, I mean, it goes beyond acceptance, I think, and into understanding. You know, like he did acknowledge how difficult it was to be me. And the understanding of that. I mean, when we had dinner, he was talking about watching me over the last, 4 decades and just going like, you had so much turmoil in you all the time. And to see you at peace is a gift. So I guess that's where we are. I don't know, the interesting thing I think is what you said though. It's like in that letting go is where peace came from, not from the acceptance of his acceptance, you know? I think if I had been looking for that till the end.
And you had already found peace in your heart with him.
Yeah.
It's like when they say if you really love somebody, let him go.
Yeah. Totally.
And you really did find love for him, and so you just let go of all the other stuff.
Yeah.
It's so amazing.
It's been very cool. I mean, I think it's given me a strength and a confidence in my own knowing. I've given that little girl in me a voice and told her she's safe. And do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Like,
I feel that so much. Yeah.
I think that's like this search for who I am for so long, and finding this between two things that were opposed, finally coming to peace in my heart. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy for you. Have you noticed a difference, Brett, in her? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
For you too, Brett, because you guys are one system, you know?
Yeah, it's been very cool to be able to approach, I think, even my kids in a different way. Like, to know what I was lacking growing up, and also be able to see the good that was poured into me. I think that, when I really brought it down to it, it was like, wow, like, you really did try and love us well. And parenting is really, really fucking hard. And you do the best you can, and you make these decisions, and you approach situations, and you say certain things, and it is not always the way that you wish you did it, you know? And you think you're doing it right, and then they show you something that is painful.
Right.
Really painful. You know? Moments where you don't see them or don't give them the safety that they need to speak their truth. Yeah. But being able to approach it in a way of, I don't know, just being a support.
Well, and when you do come into your center like that, because parents, they don't even have to say a word and they affect the house.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, I think a lot of parents are always so worried about the kids and what they're doing, but they don't realize the energy they're putting out from their own lack of self-work screws with the kids more.
Oh, totally. It's the unspoken. It's, I always call it the in-between. It's the what's going on in you, what's going on in me, and the space between. That is so, I mean, I always described my, like, I mean, highly sensitive, intuitive person that can pick up on the energy here all the time was chaos. It was just, there was so much floating around all the time, so much worry, so much stress, so much, you know, and a lot of conflict. Just nothing about it was safe, you know?
Well, yeah, because it was never safe to feel your feelings.
Yeah.
So
no, they were too much. Yeah.
So that's like I found empaths are usually because we've had trauma as kids, right?
Totally. Yeah.
And so we just are
always attuned.
Yeah. Always looking for, okay, what sort of coat is my parent wearing today? Because I have to figure out how I'm going to act according to that.
Totally.
You know, so now their feelings are trumping mine.
Always. Yeah, I think that's the work that has gone into the last couple of years big time. Is I could see, I mean, even coming out again, was I could see what energy I was bringing to the table. And knowing my kids were having to adjust their feelings based on what I was going through. So even like the whole process of coming out again was, I don't want to give my kids this lack of safety where they can't be themselves because I'm not being myself. Right?
Yeah.
So the last couple of years have been doing really hard work of coming to terms with the opposing forces in me, I guess.
That's when you have to be self-full. And parents really need to do the work.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh no, it's selfish. I have to just focus in on the kids. Not realizing it keeps screwing them, right? And so there's such a difference between selffulness and selfishness, because it is selfish to the kids when you don't work on yourself.
It totally is.
Right?
Yeah. And take that time for yourself. Like, I think that's, I think, you know, you grow up knowing that mentality.
So what were we talking about? Queer ultimatum?
Totally. But I'm only one episode in, so I can't speak too much to it. Hi, puppies.
Yeah. But yeah, that's
puppies.
what I wanted to talk about too, is like queer sex, right? By the way, why do they call it queer sex and not gay sex anymore? Or do they just call it both?
I think probably it both exists.
Oh, okay. Because like, I never really heard the word queer, honestly, until recently.
Oh.
And then when I saw the queer ultimatum, I was like, why didn't they call it gay ultimatum? But then...
Well, yeah, I mean, it would be like lesbian ultimatum.
Yeah, why didn't they? Because there is no guys on there.
No, because some of the people on there identify as queer.
But what's that mean?
Good question. What does that mean?
It's just an inclusive term. So because like sexuality and gender identity can change throughout your life. And it's just like some people, when they first come out, especially like lesbians, might first say I'm bi. Well, and then they're like, no, actually, I'm just a lesbian. Or like whatever. Or they're like, no, I'm a lesbian, and then they have sex with a guy or fall in love with a guy, and they're like, oh, I guess I'm bi. And so I think it's just more open. It just like allows for the fullness of everyone's experiences and like fluidity and change. And
yeah, like now that as you're talking about that, I'm thinking about the word fluid.
Yeah.
You know,
I think I would identify more as queer than I generally have. I mean, I was married to a guy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think even in a gender identity perspective, it fits more.
Yeah.
Definitely can like relate to the masculine and the feminine pretty well.
Mm-hmm. Right, totally.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a time in the recent history of going through, like, I grew up, I'm a tomboy, like, it's just how I fit in the world.
Yeah.
But I mean, even when Brett and I were in the first, like, couple years of our relationship, there was definitely a question of gender identity for me.
Yeah.
And just kind of, like, feeling not quite like I was all there yet. And I think some of it came with just, like, reintegrating my sexuality with who I am. That I didn't feel the need to pursue that any further. But I think it's come in, like, ways of expressing myself in my sexuality too. Like, I think there's definitely times where I feel more feminine and vulnerable. I don't want to use those words necessarily together, but just, like, you know, more open, I guess.
Right.
And times where I feel like, I don't know, more aggressive isn't the right word either, but, like, I don't know.
Just in your masculine.
Yeah, just in my masculine.
Yeah.
Like, it's aggressive's not the right word at all.
It's more of a take charge.
Just, yes. I guess that's more it.
Yeah. 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 I understand that, because when I've been with girls before, like, and I've been with feminine girls.
Yeah.
And then I've been with masculine girls or women. Why am I saying girls?
Yeah, totally. That's weird.
But like, delete, edit. But it's funny because the masculines that I've been with are like mush.
Yeah.
That do you know?
Totally.
Which shocked me. I was like, what's happening?
Smirking over there going, yep, so is Heather.
And then all of a sudden I was like, okay, I'm stepping into the role, you know?
Yeah.
And that, because you pull out of people kind of different qualities.
Totally.
Right?
I think that's what's so fun about queer sex is you definitely get to flow through your different feelings or manifestations or whatever it is a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a lot of exploration of that, of sexuality and gender identity, I think. Yeah.
And it kind of morphs, I guess, with just kind of the day you're having, right?
Totally. Yeah, just where your energy's at, or I mean, yep.
And
it just morphs.
There's lots to explore too, but there is more than I think with guys.
Yeah. Yes, I think it's a little more straightforward with guys.
Yeah.
Straightforward.
Yeah.
Yes, good choice of words.
So did you know exactly like what to do, or like how, like when the first time you were with a woman,
my God,
were you terrified?
Yeah, the first time was like, I mean, I was in my teens.
Yeah.
And we were drunk, so
it's like me.
Yeah, it was like, I remember that kiss.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like the evolution of it was foggy, and then the next day was, you know, a little awkward. We were friends, and our boyfriends were friends, and it was awkward.
Isn't it? But that's how it goes too,
totally.
Right?
Yeah. It was the first time for me that I felt very like something aligned with what I had always felt with women. And it was very solidifying for me, even though it took me forever to come out. It was very solidifying of like, okay, this is what this is supposed to feel like. The connection, the intimacy, I think even like as choppy as it was sexually, it was still really beautiful, I guess is what I would say. And it felt natural.
And the excitement's different. It's a totally different rush.
Totally. I mean, I think that's just it. It's like, it's hard to explain. I remember, like, my dad saying not long ago that he said to my mom, can you imagine kissing me and not wanting to?
Right.
You know, it's like, oh yeah, that's exactly how like my life felt. Was like, I didn't have that like rush, like I said to Brett, like this morning, I think I was just like, your lips just do something to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's totally different, like kissing her than anyone else. Yeah, it's just safe and home and warm
and exciting all at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right?
Totally. Yeah.
Like fits and is natural, like you said before. Like this makes sense.
This makes sense.
The other one doesn't. The other one's like kissing the wall.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just not, it's not there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I always felt like it was like, for me, I felt like if I could just figure out why I felt that way, then maybe things would be better. So my whole like 10 years in my marriage to Doug was trying to get to the bottom of like why I felt the way that I did. If I could just heal with my dad, if I could just heal from this thing, if I could just heal from this thing, then I'll figure it out and I'll be okay.
Then you'll be turned on by him one day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So like if I could get to the bottom of it, figure it out, then everything's going to be okay.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah. And it was just like, yeah, meeting Brett and falling in love and exploring that relationship was just like, oh, wait, it's not going to like figure itself out. It just is.
What would you consider sex? Because I think that's like one thing that people are like, you know what I mean? Or
how
like,
can it be sex
what do you
if
mean?
There's
Like,
no penis.
Yeah, because I said, well, no, but I also had this guy say to me the other day, so what do? Just go down on each other all the time? Like, is that sex?
Yeah.
Or is sex other things? Like what
penetration?
Yeah, like what is sex to you guys? Can it be anything? Like
to me it is, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's kind of that old adage of like penetration is sex, right?
Right.
And well, I mean, okay.
That's one way to look at it.
Can do that as well.
Yeah.
There's many ways to do that.
Yeah.
But I would say that it's more like the intimate exchange of
just being close and holding each other. Yeah.
I mean, like, I wouldn't necessarily call that sex, but I would call that intimacy. And I think intimacy is really what you're looking for in most ways with sex. It's like the,
can you stop panting?
The culmination. He's like,
he's getting
no, we're talking about sex.
Yeah, like he's literally hasn't come over here once, panting.
Totally.
And now
the energy is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at how happy he is.
He's totally shit-eating
Ozzy,
grin.
do I need to kick you outside for this conversation?
He's like, outside?
Typical man.
Totally.
Just so excited about the conversation.
Yeah. Oh, so now we're all in on this, are we? Okay. Wow.
Jesus.
That's amazing.
But yeah, intimacy is like just having that kind of closeness and connection, even just holding each other. As long as you're wanting to be there.
Exactly.
That is sexual.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
Safe. I think that is like the one thing I can say more than anything about my sexual experience with Brett has been it's safe. I feel safe all the time. And it allows me to explore what's inside of me more than I ever have been able to. So whatever's kind of like manifesting in me is able to express itself. It's not like I have to fit this mold. I think with men, I always felt like I had one job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I couldn't express myself in the way that I wanted to fully.
Like what? They're all guys.
This is so funny.
Like they're literally scaling the walls over the conversation, the energy.
Energy.
Well, and because you came from learning from your dad that it wasn't safe to feel your feelings, and then after so many years of delving deep into finding your center, you know, but to feel safe with a woman, because that was you actually coming into your center when you got together with her. Like she was home, she was safe.
Oh, I mean, just like even exploring sex being safe at all. You know, I mean, like in even within the context of like Christianity, sex before marriage was not a good thing, right?
Right.
Like
Oh, I didn't even think of
yeah,
that.
like you're totally in purity culture and all of those things. So just even being a sexual person was
Is
not.
bad. Isn't masturbation and all that bad too, or no?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
That's right.
I mean, it's desire, passion. I mean, like you think about repressing that part of yourself your entire life. To come out into that was an unraveling. You know what I mean? Like, I just never felt like it was a safe thing. I didn't see a lot of, I don't know, even like sexual interactions between my parents, you know, like they were loving towards each other, but not necessarily like passionate, I guess is what I would say. Yeah, but I mean, like the idea of staying pure was so important. And so the first time I had sex, it was awful.
Like with a man.
It was with a man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was what was so interesting, even in the contrast of it all, was like my first time with a man was terrible. My first time with a woman was the opposite. You know what I mean? It just like was such a stark contrast for me. But I mean, so you have the purity culture thing, and that's kind of in the back of your mind, and then you have the internalized homophobia thing, and that's in the back of your mind. And what role am I supposed to fit? You know, like, I mean, even with a woman, it was very much like I don't totally know how to fit in what role I'm supposed to play here. Plus, I feel like it's wrong. Plus, like, you just have all of this like shame compiling on your experience too, right? So nothing about it until meeting Brett has felt.
Not even.
Why? Because that's what I mean. Yeah, okay. But I mean, like, within the context of our relationship has been, I mean, I felt a lot of internalized homophobia even when we first got together. Was just like, I'm bad, this is wrong,
you're gonna go burn.
Yeah, totally. Like, how can this be right? I know it feels right, but I don't know how to trust my feelings. So it's like there was just so much confusion in the whole process. But yeah, I mean, I guess I would say that has been a unifying experience between us and within myself, for sure, of just feeling like the expression of it all is safe now. I don't feel shame, I don't feel any of that. But yeah, it's fun. Yeah, where it used to be like, you know, it was for a purpose. You're trying to have a kid or like whatever it is, right? Like there's a purpose behind it. Where this was just, I mean, it's fun. And to have fun.
And that's what sex is meant to be.
Yes.
Like, you know, I had a friend say to me, because he didn't feel safe just because of the abuse he had when he was a kid, sexual abuse, and he always just didn't really feel free in sex and kind of felt dirty. And same thing, very religious family. And then he met a girl, and she said to him during sex, like, be with me, this is meant for pleasure and fun, let go. We're meant to be having fun. And he said it was like, in that moment he snapped out of it, like, oh my God, you're right, like I've been thinking this is not a sacred act, this is dirty.
Pleasure was just like, I mean, life was work and getting a job done and purpose, instead of finding these moments of pleasure and enjoyment and being present even in the experience. Like, I mean, I would always just completely dissociate. That was my way of sex, was just dissociation.
Yeah, and so many people live their lives like that.
Oh, yeah, just like I'm not here.
Yeah.
It's so interesting, even if you think about it in like a heteronormative way. Like sex, I would think that sex would be something deeper than just the act of penetration.
Well, it only became that way because that only concern is getting pregnant.
Yeah.
It only became that way because of getting pregnant.
Sex.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you had penetration, you could get pregnant, and that could screw everything up. I know many Christians who saved themselves.
Yes.
And were very sexually explorative.
Yes, totally. It's like you got to third base. It's still not sex. I didn't sin.
Oh yeah, you know what's funny that you're saying that? I remember some of the Mormon girls that I knew, they'd be like, "Oh yeah, well, blowjobs and humping in the bum, it's not considered sex. It's only in the." Isn't that crazy? I forgot
so
about
I think
that.
that's like why the question exists, right? Of like, what is sex?
Right? Because everybody has their own sort of interpretation of it.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the main thing is, like Brett's saying, it's because we've been taught that it is just for having babies.
Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, or to prevent it before marriage or whatever. It's like, well, as long as you don't do this, you'll be okay.
Yeah, because you're not going to get pregnant out of wedlock then.
Right.
God forbid.
God forbid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. God forbid anything loving happen, anything that has real passion involved in it.
Right? I think that's it. It's just like, passion is just, it was so lacking. And, you know, even at the beginning of our conversation, talking about your signs, right? I mean, fire, passion, that's definitely a Sagittarius thing. And to feel like it was so pushed down
suppressed.
On, suppressed and oppressed. It felt so, you can't feel like yourself when parts of yourself, like take sexuality, take religion out of it, those are parts of me, but just like passion itself, just to not be able to express and be passionate was painful. Totally painful. You know, you just feel like you're not yourself. Yeah. And when you would, you know, you'd get fiery or emotional or any of those things. It was just like, nope, it's too much. Can't do that. Okay, so you can't do a lot.
You can't do anything that really feels great.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't get angry. Can't get passionate. Can't be.
You have to be feelingless. Again, it kind of comes back to how feelings aren't safe. And yet, the whole point of being in these chemical suits, like I wrote about in my book, our feelings are chemicals, is to explore our feelings. And so the more that we suppress how we feel, the more we're running around out there trying to find purpose. And yet the purpose really is to explore feelings. And to work through them too, the ones that don't feel good. The anger and the rage and the sadness, to really explore that and feel that through.
I think it was something you said again in like a yoga class once, talking about what happens when we suppress those things and what gets trapped in our bodies. And
it creates inflammation.
And that's what I started. I mean, there's so much about my story that's related to being in your classes. But like, I just remember so many times, like something you said going, okay, that resonates. And on a biological level, that makes sense to me, right? The more I am suppressing something, and if I was put in this chemical suit for a purpose, then my purpose isn't to create disease in myself. It's to figure out how to release what I need to release out of myself.
Yeah, and if we weren't meant to have feelings, we wouldn't be in a chemical body.
Totally.
Like that, it's not just staring at us, it's in us. It is us. It's everything.
Yeah, like our feelings actually are everything.
They literally are.
Like it's our whole experience.
They are the tuning forks to the whole physical reality.
So when you're constantly suppressing that,
it's no wonder we feel purposeless. And we go into states of depression and apathy. And so we're like, apathy is where you're numbed out. You know, that yeah, and that's when people get heavily medicated to numb them out even more. Yeah.
Yep. I mean, I think the desire to have purpose has been such a forefront in my mind. And I think it's really been in the last like 6 months to a year where I've been able to almost be more present in my purpose rather than it being this big, you know, I don't know, glamorous is the right word, but it had to be something big. Like my purpose had to be something grand. And to just be present in what is going on, what my feelings are, what the feelings are around me, not being controlled by them, but really trying to be open to them. I feel more purposeful now than I did when I was trying to figure out how to be big.
Yeah.
For lack of a better way of saying it.
Yeah, because you came into your center, which is to really be accepting of who you are.
Yeah.
Accepting your feelings.
It's so simple. It's so simple. And I think that's like, I mean, go back to the 44 thing. You know, it's like this open door to self. And what it's opened up in me is just, presence. It's so simple.
And yet we make it so complex because of how we get indoctrinated.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I think about that with the kids all the time. Is just like, what am I indoctrinating them with? What do I want their experience to be? You know, am I letting them feel their feelings and have their experience and all of those things? And to whatever degree that is, it's also challenging to figure out what they're allowing themselves to feel and be put through, and you know, trying to steer that in the right direction where they're going towards safety and expression is challenging. Yeah. But. And
sometimes you don't know until your kids are your age.
I know.
And then you're sitting with them when you're this age.
Yes.
They're this age, right? And then they've gone through having kids, and they can really understand you and where your place was with them.
Totally.
So it's kind of like you have to wait for kids to grow up to really feel appreciated by your kids and to have a deeper understanding of one another.
And it sucks.
Yeah. Like just wait 30 years. So
being patient is the worst.
Yeah. 30 or 40 years and
totally.
Everything should come together.
Will be fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Like having that with your dad.
Yeah.
And now at 44.
Yeah, totally.